Let me hit this go live button. We'll do it all from the top. No.
No.
Okay, this is Let's Go episode 194. We need to speak about Rohan again, the second part after my internet cut out. So we're now going to be talking about what were we talking about? We were talking about
Dragon
Quest.
That's it.
The Adventures of
Dragon. Next up, Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai, episode 21. MAAM'S decision, in which MAAM decides she's going to reclass because her pervert uncle commented that she had her dad's strength. And that,
I mean, he commented that while trying to grab her tits because
that is true.
The answer was there all along. They were just trying to dodge out, but she's just there with the kung fu kick. That's my whole deal, and that's why I kind of feel like I keep messing up because I don't round out the party. Because you've got a hero, we've got a mage, you've got like Leona now who can do full heals. That's kind of my bag before, but she can do it better than me. I gotta be a different class to which we can balance out the party. That's what
the guy does point out, like the hero's a jack of all trades, master of none, whereas the fighter is just like all power, like more power than the hero. But the hero's got one thing that no one else in the party has: courage. And Pop's like, oh yeah, I am a coward. I guess that's true.
the hero's like DPS. We need like a good sort of tank in here to take some of the fire for us
and do the hard hits as well. Yeah.
So she's going to go off, find a god of martial arts in a mountain somewhere, and the princess is like, well, Pop, you really ought to say, if you've got feelings for her, you should say something, because this might be the last time
Leona's a real shit stirrer.
Ever see her.
She's right, though.
When they're sitting in the thing, one's like, I feel bad because I'm not as good as Leona at healing, and I'm kind of dragging the party down. It's like, yes, you might be a burden on the party if you keep that shit up. And like and everyone's like, Leona, that's fucked up. But and MAAM'S like, thanks, Leona. I appreciate you just being frank with me.
That's nice her thing, though. She's just blunt everybody. When Yonko was saying, please punish me, and saying, oh, what punish you? By you living your life as a bastion of justice. That's you're going to make it up.
Yeah, that would actually make it up.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it again.
In this case, shit stirring is like, hey, Pop, confess. Go confess. But like baiting him into it, basically. And then she's kind of like, with Dai is like, oh, what do you think he's going to say? Oh my God, this is so good. Cute.
Oh, yeah.
He's all up in being the audience for this.
Yes.
and when he does manage to say, it's like, you don't have to walk to the mystical mountain. I could just teleport you there with my thing. And he gets his arm around her, and she's like, nice, he got an arm in.
But he bottles it when he gets there. Goes, oh, this isn't the mountain we're going for. It's the forest where we first met. It's like, yeah. I guess I was just thinking about that, because this is where we first met. And you're going right now. And it's just
it means a lot to me.
Well, when you go and train to be a martial artist, don't get all shredded like a big gorilla or nothing. Oh man, yeah, that'd be really weird. Don't be doing that. It's like,
Pop totally wouldn't be something I'm into. Bye, see you later.
But anyways, hey, it's good. Hey, see you later, all right? It's not time. I'm not the man that she thinks I am. I'm not brave. I'm not as brave as I could believe I could be. So
because she ends up like complimenting him, going like, yeah, no, Pop, I've seen you fucking grow and get stronger, and I want to be strong like you. And he's like, I'm not that guy that she thinks I am, so I gotta go become that guy, while she goes and becomes fucking badass.
We also check in on the villains.
They're taking stock
always
here.
A delight.
We've having a good run, lads. One of our generals is dead, and two of them had defected. What's happening?
That's okay. We've got a new guy here. We've got Kilvern and his best buddy Pororo.
I mean, like that, you say that's a good thing, but they're all like, "Oh Jesus, it's the Dark fucking King's personal assassin. We must have fucked up." That's like the boss's secretary come to tell you guys did.
They've sent in internal affairs. Run audit on us now and straighten up our shit. Oh man.
But the main thing he has to do first is, well, I mean, like the two turncoats, they know where the fucking castle is, so we gotta move the castle. Let me just take out the key on the ignition here, and get this fucking shit rolled.
Growl, up it goes. It's like fucking he uncle and Crocodile turn up. What the hell did the castle go to? Does this get up and walk? Actually, that's precisely what I
There's
did.
footprints there. So yeah. Also, our dragon boy has shown up for the big meeting and is like, "Yeah, I know why the fuck you've been keeping him away from me because he's fucking Dragon Knight, isn't he?" Everyone's like, "Holy shit, no way!" And he's like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna fight him now."
It's very much shit on Hadler Day at the enemy HQ.
That's really funny.
And it just makes you sympathetic for him as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is like, from last week when we was revived by Miss Fern, and we see like the corruption river was spreading through him. Yeah. He was Demon King of all these boys, but this is beyond his control now. He's just a henchman.
He's one of the other henchmen. Yeah,
he's slowly starting to realize that.
Yeah, it's some really good stuff. I was looking up because there's that new Sentai starting next week, and I'd forgotten that because my favorite is I can't remember it now. It's the dinosaur, not the most recent dinosaur one, the previous dinosaur one.
Not Ryu Solgar.
No, that's the most recent one. Kyoryuga, I think. And I hadn't really. I knew your writer of this had written that. I hadn't realised he'd written every episode of it, which is a rarity.
Couldn't be stopped.
Yeah, but that's the only Sentai one he's done. He's done a bunch of stuff for the Kamen Riders, but I was hoping there was another Sentai one I could dig into because I was enjoying this so much. But alas, this will have to make do with its monster soap opera.
I mean, they're pretty good at bickering, so yeah.
It is. It's just that they're just like teenagers, which I guess is the point.
Yeah.
Like mean teenagers.
Never quite grew up, They've been in this like evil villain game for too long. All the costumes, the pageantry, evil speeches. Never quite aged out of it. Just kept on going.
Stayed an edgelord forever.
Yeah. Then Crocodile comes along and he's like, "Oh, this is one way you could go." He's a bit more mature and responsible about the whole thing. You can see, you gotta settle down, get a real job, and be a real hero.
Yeah, it's the fact that Kilvern and Pirro are just shit stirrers as well. Like instantly see these guys and you're just like, oh yeah, you get why the other ones will hate them. Except maybe Mistvern, because clearly there's something up with him beyond his initial appearance.
Well, they're both called Vern, which is the name of the Dark Lord King. They were just like facets of his personality. They're just like things there. He's not one but two dudes, two eyeballs there, keeping an eye on things. That's all it is.
Next week, they go to a department store.
Going shopping. Oh,
I'm fine with that.
I like that little loop bit it does as well, where you know how at the catharsis when you're playing an RPG, where beating a really hard boss fight, who got tons of experience and all the loot, and then you go into the next town, you want to see, what new gear can I get from my party?
They got the +2 gear? Fucking A, I've been carrying this +1 piece of shit for ages.
Alright, Mithril sword, get the fuck out of here. I'm going for the adamant blade now,
and they do appear to have a fashion show bit, and I'm just like, yeah, give me all them tropes. That's good.
New costumes.
Yeah.
Then we've got Pretty Cure, I believe, from Niall. To explain what.
Yeah, Tropical-Rouge Pretty Cure. It is a new one. Like summer is on the way. It's bigger and bouncier and brighter. This move our thoughts away from pathogens and germs and viruses and so forth. Let's have something that's a bit brighter and bouncier. And it comes out swinging. I think it's a really fun, bouncy, and very cartoony time. It's just evident in there. There's our main character, Manatsu Natsumi. She is the best kind of protagonist, an impetuous dumbass. Not to be shitting too much on like Nodoka from Healing Good Pretty Cure. Perfectly nice, all those girls very pleasant and so forth. But it could be a bit of a drip sometimes. Whereas the impression I get from Manatsu and some of the other characters from the opening credits is like these are all like their own kind of dumbasses in their own ways. One of them, I think she's like Cure Flamingo. She's like both the older, more sensible quote unquote member of the team. They're all doing their bit, but she's just there. You've got two dumbos going like, yeah. I'm looking forward to when she gets introduced. But know about them. It's Manatsu. She's moving from, I think, I guess, a remote island. We're somewhere in Okinawa or the tropical regions of Japan anyway. She's packing her bags. She's going to be moving on to the mainland and moving on to the bigger island to be with her mom, who works at the aquarium, packing all her shit up into a suitcase that's way too big. And she's just like going, yeah, but she's going to get through with guts and gumption because she's going to be starting a new life. What's to learn from her dad is do what's important to you right now, which is a classy way of saying YOLO, really, if you ask me. And she gets onto the mainland. Also, she has like a keepsake of her mother's there, which is just a tube of lipstick. And when she's feeling like the world's getting to her, when you feel like you're feeling very vulnerable, you got to pull on your armor. Just put a bit of dab of on there, and you're ready to face the world. Face forward. Under the sea, we all want to live. With a mermaid, and she's conversing with the mermaid queen, saying, yes, there's trouble brewing under the sea. We got you got to take this little box, this locked box. If you haven't been able to open, up to the surface world and find a human who can open it. It's like, humans, says Laura. What do we need them for? But to improve my odds of being queen, I'll do whatever you say. So off I go on my mission. Now she was dropped her lipstick into the water while messing around with it on the ferry over, and thinks lots of her. But Laura was caught out. Like, what the hell is this shit? Oh, whatever. And they run into each other then, while Manatsu was enjoying the sights and sounds of this new town she's going to live in, meeting her mom, going to the aquarium, all good stuff. Laura was trying to find a human. It's like, which one of these humans has like a heart filled with sunshine that could be the precure who could be able to open the box to help me out? And then Calvis reveals herself as just kind of lounging out, right out there in the open, in the middle of a cove. Anybody can see her, and hides herself very, very badly. And it's like a rock. I think it could be a particular formation, maybe somewhere in the world where it's been eroded. There's like a heart-shaped hole in it. I think I've seen something like that somewhere in the world, and I'm not sure where though. It's like, oh my god, it's a fish stuck in this hole. I pull it out. It's like, oh, what are you doing? I'm a mermaid. It's like, yeah, you're out totally a mermaid. What's going on with there? It's like, oh, I guess I gotta tell you, I'm just trying to find a human who can open this box. Is that you? You seem like it could be any person like that. Oh, could be me. Hey, you got my lipstick. Yo, is that what this is? Oh, yeah, here you go with that. Anyways, you seem pretty cool, but you can't open the box, so I guess I'm just gonna chill out. Just go on and see if you're up. I'm out of here. It's like, huh, okay. But Laura immediately runs into trouble then, because there are some monster boys walking around. They've accosted, I think, a team of kind of like rugby players. There could be soccer players as well. But they're on the beach doing a bit of training. And a crab man appears from the ocean and says, oh, I'm going to steal their power of motivation. I'm going to basically absorb their energy. And turn it into a monster. Which he targets like a pineapple. It's a palm tree, but I guess the pineapples grow on palm trees.
They grow on like the top of a pineapple tree, yeah.
Yeah. It's a pineapple tree then. The big pineapple monster absorbs all of energy. It does this really kind of cool, creepy face. So it's like, oh, Malaysia kind of pineapple. But then it gets these kind of scary doll eyes and this grin comes up on his face when it's like sucking up all their energy. It's kind of a sinister, actually. Oh no, help! I'm being attacked by the monster, says Laura. And Matt says, trouble a brewing down the old beach, you better get down there. And it's like, why are you doing that, Laura? Remember, put her down. It's like, whatever, man. Like, I like how the crab man was. It's like, no, I'm over it, man. I'm not feeling it today. He's here to steal motivation, presumably because he hasn't done. It's like, whatever. I'm just done today. I'm not feeling it. Not today. I'm out of here. No, God, what's important to me right now? What's important to me is saving that mermaid's life. It's like, oh, she could be the one because the keys appeared right in her hand, which was actually a little ring. And it's like, take the box. Open it up. You're totally a pretty cure. It's like, yeah. Put it on. Lipstick. Pow. Eyeshadow. Pow. Hair. It's magic. Don't think about it too much. Pow. Costume. Pow. It's all good. I'm Cure Summer. I'm going to kick some ass. And you get like a very fun and bouncy action scene which he puts up a pineapple monster. And finishes it off. And then Crabman's like, whatever, man. I'm not feeling it today. It's only I'm just going to go home. I'm out of here. And to save the rugby team, wherever they were. It's like, hey, it turns out you're pretty cure after all. I guess I was. I was about that, yes. maybe I can use you to help advance my ploy to be the queen. I mean, to save the ocean from the Witch of Delays, which I'm trying to... I might look up what it actually, because it seems like an odd translation. But because you're getting cut to the evil bad guys based under the ocean, it's like, Madame, Witch of Delays, we've been foiled in our house because the pretty cure has appeared. What should we do? And it's just like, I'll deal with it tomorrow. I'll go to bed.
So the general thing of the monsters is like malaise and depression is what you're trying to fight?
I guess they're trying to, we've been, we're trying to be reflective of world events. You've been indoors, haven't been able to see your friends, do some much, haven't been out in the sunshine maybe as much as you would like. You might be feeling a bit, downbeat, a bit unmotivated. The monsters feel that way too. Just trying to steal your motivation and take it onto themselves. I do kind of like how it looks through. It seems to be like a big whale or whale shark looking like sea witch type of job, but she has the this like visor like Cyclops, or more like I keep forgetting the dude. The lawyer from Phoenix Wright, Godo.
Multiple
the narrow red lines like that. Like, was just like, no, I'm going back to bed. I'll do it tomorrow. Come on, we're gonna take over the ocean. But
if those villains get motivated, we're in a lot of trouble. Yeah.
But it's really, really fun. I think this is like it's grabbed me from the off a lot more than Healing Good Pretty Good did, because I get this. I get this tangible feeling of like what the characters are. Like Manatsu, of course, from the Aquas, that's where we use so much. Even from the opening, I can see like I can get what the rest of the previous. I get what the whole deal is. Again, like Kira Flamingo, if that's who she is, like just working the weights up and doing that kind of thing. Like these are all gonna be fun dumbasses. The opening is really good at seeing them. They're doing the hula dances. They're kind of all sorts of mischief, like robbing stuff and shopping and having sweets. It's like there's this energy that's really palpable to it. The first one in mind, but also looks really nice as well. Again, this is like a very elastic, bouncy energy going through it. It feels very sunny. It feels very bright. It feels very energetic. Which is when it's it's a cartoon about trying to banish those feelings of malaise and depression you've probably been feeling for the last while. It's fucking wiped it right off of me. Couldn't stop watching them.
That's good.
Well, the narrator, I think, is probably known for doing the writing for Free, the swimming anime. Which I guess will play to their strengths. Going to be a lot of swimming involved in this, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm just really like enamored with the whole thing. I like how their supernatural mascot character is this mermaid Laura, and she's this very self-centered. It's like, I want to help save the oceans and that, but only if it helps me, climb the ladder towards being the possible queen of mermaids one day. Like, yeah, you got that little kind of nasty edge to you, a little kind of very self-interested little streak. I hope that kind of keeps up all the way through. Because magical girls are nice. We want to have like a little bit of, a
wheeler dealer in there. Yeah.
A little bit of an arsehole to them, It's just, they won't be kind of perfect, perfectly formed, perfectly honest, nice human beings all the time. They can fuck up sometimes. And it's funny when they do that. So yeah, I can't wait to see more of this. It's fucking grabbing me the most out of from when I started keeping current with the previous series, starting from Star Twinkle. This is the one that's really, I think, jammed me the most. This is first impressions, open to flipping on this if it fucks it up somewhere down the line very soon. But I don't know when that happened. But I'm really on board with this. I would say even for either of you, have a look yourselves. You may not want to follow it all the way through, but I think you would have like a nice time just watching even that first one. It's just, again, really bouncy and fun. It'll really fun and pull you forward and get you up all the way for a rush or funky fit in that moment. Give it a lash. And that goes for everybody listening at home and watching at home as well. Please.
But if you don't want to feel upbeat and happy...
That's what I watched instead.
Why don't you watch Kemono Jihen, episode 8, Truth, in which, yes, turns out all the other children have been kept and are loyal to their uncle, or stepuncle, I guess. He's a stepuncle. And if they want to get to him, they've got to go through them first.
And the best part about these things is they're all horribly malformed, half spider, half some other kind of monster because they have multiple red eyes. But the best part is, and the uncle is saying, is like, it's really cool. They're actually like very loyal to me. They're smart enough to learn language, although I don't think they know what they're saying. And sure, they just copied what their mom was saying. So all of these monsters just constantly scream at our
Shiki.
At our spider boy Shiki. It's like, Shiki, I love you, Shiki, you're my son, I love you. And that's all they can scream. And I was just like, in his mother's voice, obviously. And I was like, this fucking sucks. This is horrifying. I hate this. It's really nasty. But that's what they're going for, obviously.
And Kabano's like, Shiki, I asked you before. I'm asking you again. Do you want me to do something about this? This is after Nobumaru had offered that him and Kabano do it, regardless of asking Shiki. But he tells Nobumaru to shut his face. And then he's going to speak to Shiki. And Shiki gives him the go-ahead to murder all his siblings.
Yeah, help me out here. In the meantime, Inagami has been bitten by one of them, so he can't transform because his arm is all filled with poison. And they get himself and Akira get separated. Yeah. But fortunately, some mysterious girl shows up to save them, and kind of talks the other monster children, for lack of a better term, out of it. And so, what was it, like, wash your arm in this river and take a drink of it too. It'll heal you up good. Which does work out for him. But in the meantime, Kabane has a lot of siblings to murder.
Yes. There's a funny moment with Akira like threatening the monsters while hiding behind Inagaki, and he's like,
I'm not going to be a coward anymore. I'm going to be strong. And he's like, you can't say that while hiding behind me.
I mean,
that's not how this works.
Much more impressive if you step forward when you say that sort of thing. Because his arm's poisoned, he can't summon his gun.
He can't seem to do any transformations.
And then Kabane just murders every single one of the monsters.
Just punches them through their heads, that kind of thing. The uncle's like, I guess I shouldn't hold back anymore. And he summons like a giant one, and the Kabane just like runs up it and starts beating the shit out of its eyes, exploding them. Just gore and everything everywhere.
Awesome.
And then throws the uncle to Shiki, but then the other three show up, and they're like, she wants them to prevent Shiki from killing the uncle because she needs to know where the mother is.
Well, she keeps saying where the cocoon is. She's not saying who she is. She's not saying the mother. Yes. But it's just like, we know. We've got it mostly figured out, kind of, from context.
But that he realizes that's the thing he's got over. So if he doesn't give it up, then no.
You can't kill me if I don't fucking tell you.
But luckily, we've got a hacker vampire on our side. And we'll drag it.
Inagami rings up Mihai, and it's like, "Hey, Mihai, I need you to do some research." It's like, "Dude, I'm doing a raid. Come on, fucking leave me be."
Like an important mission. He's with my friends. So you're playing a video game. How could you tell? They're like, we could all
just clicking of a PlayStation pad in his hand, kind of thing. And it's just like, could you look this shit up on this guy for me? He's like, I looked that up fucking ages ago. I know it all off the top of my head. He rings his bank, his like a few other places, and like his cousins in the mountains, like the most. So you want to check one of those places probably.
It's like the mountains
where you're looking for.
He's in the mountains. He goes to these 4 places. One of them's a pond surrounded by this particular type of plant, and Shika's like, "That's my mother's favorite plant." And sure enough, the cocoon was actually in the pond all along, and that's why it was a healing pond. Because
the mother was wrapped in the healing cocoon. Yes. The daughter says that I am the golden silk. Is I think the way she
the golden thread. I think. Something like that.
So she was the successful experiment.
Yes.
And her mother has been wrapped in the silk, which she's in a coma seemingly, but she is healed. She actually doesn't seem to have aged a day.
Yeah. So we're going to get her out, take her somewhere safe. And Shiki decides he's not going to kill the uncle because he can't do anything now. He's completely powerless. Inari's watching him. So if he tries to do anything, he's going to be in trouble. And they all go away. And then Nobumaru is like, well, that was all very nice, but you've crossed a kitsune.
I did like the way it's like he kind of like he was in the episode initially, like he's like, "Oh, Kabane, save me from these monsters." And Kabane's like beating the shit out of the monsters, like, "You can fucking handle yourself." And he's like, "Ah, you got me." And then he sets fire to all the monsters that are attacking him. But like he kind of like sort of slinks into the background, and it's like, yeah, where's that guy gone? And he's like, hey, so they left you alive, but that doesn't really work out for me. Turns into a horrifying fox, and doesn't do anything nice, presumably, from cutting back to the woods and just seeing a huge explosion.
Yes. And the place they're taking the mother to is
the yokai hospital.
Yes. A little old lady. I believe the reveal is quite neat next week when we learn exactly what this hospital is.
Because it's like it's basically like an A&E, and they have like only come at opening hours kind of sign up in the thing. And it's like, hey, we're here with a thing. We need you to help this person. It's like, who is it? It's a monster person. Oh fuck! It's you, Inagami. Yeah, no bother. Bring her in. So we're going to be hanging out in the yokai hospital next week.
Yeah, I suspect it's probably clearer if you live in Japan as to what this building is.
Yeah. I'm only going by like an A&E because just the nature of the waiting room and the counter and everything. It reminded me of that. But yeah, it probably is. I wonder if there's
particular
specific
signs which would give away what it actually is.
Yeah.
I thought, but I don't know whether we're going to get to the reveal of what Nobunaru's deal is in this series. But now I know what it is. I'm leaning towards him being the final villain, but not necessarily that he's plotting villainous stuff now. But there's just something about him that I don't know what his plan is, but there's definitely something about him which thematically I think would make him the ideal villain. But we'll see whether that gets revealed by the end. It definitely
is it a kindness to bring in a bunch of kids who are, strays and they don't have anything else, and you're going to help them find their parents and do the thing that they want to do, and also like put them through the most fucked up shit possible. It's like
I don't know Inugaki's no. I've been talking about Nobunaru, the little kitsune.
Oh, sorry, I see.
Yeah, I think Inugaki's like the pragmatist type. He feels like he can maintain a balance with the kitsune. Like we work together, but we won't get in each other's way. That sort of practicality. Whereas Nobunaru is up to something, and I know what his secret is, but I'll say I don't know whether that's going to get to in this particular season. But as that still doesn't necessarily reveal what he wants. But yeah, it suddenly dawned on me thematically that like what his secret is would definitely make him the ideal suspect.
The long-term villain.
For being the long-term villain.
Okay. I'm still enjoying this show. Last week was already fucked up, so I guess I was slightly steeled more so this week. Yeah. But I was still like, that's horrible. Why would you just make the monsters only able to say that? That's
the fucked up reveals was last week. It's more like it's a bunch of creepy monsters and a load of unpleasant violence this week.
Yeah, but I'm seeing a child crying while having a panic attack, while another child starts murdering his technically monster siblings while they scream in his mother's voice. And I'm just like, I hate all of this. This is a horror fucking show, and it's intending. To be that
and the other key point is Shiki like promises to make this up to Kabane. He'll do something in return to him in future for him helping him out here and taking on.
Yeah, I owe you one. Yes, I owe you a big one.
It should have been me to do this, but thank you for doing it. So.
Because Cabana's like, when he's carrying his mother off, like, we'll put her in the car, we'll bring her to the hospital. And Cabana's like, I'll give you a hand with that, Cheeky. I can see you're shaking and shit. And Akira's like, no, dude, let him fucking do this bit, okay? Give him this, all right?
Closure, please.
Yeah.
So, I think we get like probably like one episode with a couple of, next time family. So it might, we'll see. I don't know whether it's 2 stories or not, but.
I feel like they're going to do a 2-story thing, and part of it's obviously going to be more resolving the fact that Chiki does have family now, and maybe dipping into someone else's family, which would more likely be
I think it's Akira right, next after this break, which I guess will draw us probably to the end of the season if it's like 12 episodes long. So it's a very strong series. Again, it's another one. Having said that, I don't think anything we're watching at the moment has weakened in terms of its look.
Yeah, really fucking good stuff lately. And like I'm not even too down on something that does tend to drop the ball a little, but like hasn't at
Yes.
all anyone ever. Everyone's playing a perfect game.
They're all doing very well. I mean,
Yeah.
we got stuff like the Jujitsu Kaisen. What that's been putting out. It's just like one. He keeps on going. I think that's 4 or 5 in a row now where it hasn't really lit up with these.
The worst I can see with Jujitsu Kaisen is the pacing was a little weird in the way it would end like halfway through a story. But it's really picked up from that. But even then, consistently, the animation has been great. It's been drawing me back in with that.
Back Arrow is the one with probably the worst animation, but it's been consistently okay.
Yeah.
But its CG is really good.
Yes.
Anytime the CG robot fights, I'm just like, this is fucking cool.
And he did a ranged attack after we say he doesn't have a ranged attack. He pulled one out this week.
He did. He fucking started shooting lasers this week. I fucking feel like an Asian now. Yeah. I was like, oh, is his thing? He does. Oh, he does. Never mind. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Man.
What's good about those robots and the way that they're animated and move is that the robots are inherently formed from one's own personality and conviction, and they're able to, like, in their movements, in the way they fight and act and fly around. Sometimes, you get that sense of who is inside there, what their personality, what their kind of feel is, and they're doing that, and it's a good enough model, and it's executed in such a way that you can feel that down to that little detail in the model, in the design.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. The physical movements is acting the characters through CGI avatar rather than their animated avatar. Yeah. It's very well done.
That's your lot. Before the stream craps out again. It's getting late. I'd like to say there's less next week, but episode 1000 of Detective Conan ends. So out with the Rohan, in with the Conan for me at least.
Okay, fair enough.
Even though it's a retelling of episode 11, I think, something like that. It's like a very early story. But enough waffling. We'll be back next week, Wednesday. Niall, is that correct?
Wednesday, the 10th of March. Put it in your diary.
Righty-ho. At some point, I should probably join these two streams up into a single video file. Otherwise, you can listen to the podcast at dynamiteinthebrain.com. Goodbye.
Bye.
Ta-ta.
Yeah, okay.